Pretty sure he didn't say 3.
Welcome back to the USS Hadfield and episode 2, Setting Sail. When we last left off, half the command crew was on board the runabout Teri Litorco. They had completed the rescue at Xerxes 4 rather successfully. Yay, guys.
Spectacularly.
The end of that episode is amazing. They scanned for a life form, picked him up, flew through an ion storm. I was impressed. You did everything except fight the panther.
Wait, is that what?
I could have kept it as a pet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not on my ship.
Proceed
there was
with
a panther in a different.
Oh, David, that actually does remind me. Where am I in the command structure? Am I second officer?
You are third officer.
Okay.
Second officer. So you're third officer, but you actually have night shift command. Whereas,
right. That's what it was.
Whereas Tess, the security officer, who is second officer, does not have a command shift.
Right.
So
okay.
A little weird, but that's just the way things have been set up. It's because of her security obligations.
Acknowledged.
So, all right. But then, as you guys were in space, the Hadfield came into view, hailed you, and Tess recognized a voice. And the voice she recognized is her mentor, Elizabeth Shelby.
Ooh.
Now, this is not expected because the captain of the Hadfield is supposed to be Dekar Roan. And the rest of you are confused as to why Shelby would be in command of the Hadfield. You guys have no idea what's going on.
So she hailed us and said, "This is Elizabeth Shelby, commander."
Yeah, captain of the Hadfield.
Did she say captain or acting? Yeah, that's what yeah.
She did say she said acting captain.
Okay.
But she does have the rank of captain. So she is a captain, but acting captain. So you guys dock on the Hadfield, and from there, you all assemble in the observation lounge for a senior staff meeting.
Excellent.
Okay.
So do we want to do a quick recap of all of our characters before we get too far into this?
That would probably be a good thing to do.
Cool. So
who's starting?
Tucker is our new character.
Yes, go ahead, Tucker.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Commander Ta'ani of the planet Vulcan, currently serving as Flight Control Officer and Auxiliary Science Officer and Doctor of the USS Hadfield. She's also like a liberated board drone.
So appearance-wise?
So she's got short brown Vulcan bowl cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
She's, I don't know, Vulcan ears, strong cheekbones, blue eyes. No, I don't. I have gray eyes. I don't know. Sort of.
And she has Borg implants.
And Borg implants. She's got remnants of an eyepiece, and she has what do you want to call it? A Borg laser pointer, but she doesn't turn that on much.
So it's only a little bit. It's not like she has a.
I'm sorry.
So if we ever get a Cation, then Tawny's going to have fun with the Cation?
If we ever get a Cation, fun is irrelevant.
But the rest of the crew is going to goad Tawny into playing with the Cation.
There is no logic nor usefulness in that.
Unless you need a Cation distraction. Good old cat people.
Basically, I mean, the way I'm imagining her is essentially sort of an elfin-looking woman with, you know, a Vulcan bowl cut, tall, good build, I guess.
Like lean or like muscular?
Toned.
Fair enough. And you have your only cybernetics is really the eye thing. It's not like you have a whole mechanical arm or anything.
No. I mean, there's nanoprobes, right? And
you're kind of 7 of 9 level of assimilated.
Right. In other words, 7 of 9 is where we're essentially going with this. If I ever decide to purchase a lifetime subscriber option in Stowe, I might actually make Tawny in the character generator.
Cool. Okay. All right. As Tawny is introducing herself, Yoren, who is he's of average height for most humanoid species, with his slightly paler skin, pointy ears, and slick black hair. Completely hairless otherwise, as we went over in an earlier introduction. But our Vorta is approaching and probably trying to poke at Tawny's eyepiece, and literally close if you get uncomfortable by having someone examining you.
I do not see the purpose in this.
This is fascinating. What did you say you are again? Do all Vulcans have eyepieces like this?
No.
Oh, so you're a special one.
Your questioning is irrelevant.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. How rude of me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Yoren. I will be the science officer for our wonderful expeditions and excursions. And I hope to get along with all of you splendidly and learn as much as we can from each other. And he plasters on a great, big, giant, shiny, annoying grin, like the kind that would make you think that there would be like a lens flare on it if this were an episode of something. But we don't have those here. This is real life.
If this was a J.J. Abrams movie.
So
what's
Yoren's
rank?
Yoren is a lieutenant. You would not quite know this yet, but Yoren has some tendencies to go a little overboard sometimes, which has kept him from advancing too quickly. If you catch my drift.
Cure bomb.
He doesn't know about that yet.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll find out.
All right, who's next?
Well, as she introduces herself, I just stand there chewing the inside of my cheek. And when she says the word irrelevant, I sort of internally wince a bit. So I just push it all down and just very matter-of-factly just give her the raise my hand in the Vulcan salute and just nod my head and say Lieutenant. And that's all I want to say right now. I have to think on this for a while.
So you've kind of got the McCoy reaction to Spock.
Well, it's more of the it's more of like trying not to. There's a Borg on my ship, and the Borg destroyed one of my last ships. So this is not a fun. I was not expecting this. This is going to take some. I might have some drinks later. I don't know.
She'll have some memories of that, probably, though, right? Like she'll know all about it.
Well, she probably wouldn't know about me. I'm just I'm not. Yeah. The last thing I want to do is talk about this to her right now. I'm not quite happy at the moment.
Not quite there yet. And I do the same thing that I did before. I'm just observing, essentially, taking in everybody's emotions, seeing how everybody's reacting. Obviously, I feel Zip's discomfort of the whole situation.
But yeah, usually I can keep my emotions buried to myself. I mean, I was raised on Vulcan and Beta Z. I know how to shield it. I'm not even trying right now. I don't even care. I'm just like, just as long as it's not on my face and I'm not being an ass in public. That's all I can do right now.
Being an ass is irrelevant and illogical.
Not if you're a donkey.
Oh, semantics are irrelevant.
At that, Tess just starts cracking up laughing and goes, "Hey, Tess Denning, Chief Security Officer, Captain in like 7 years. At least that's my plan."
This causes an eyebrow raise.
I thought that was going to be a line, and then it was an emote, and I was very confused for a second.
Tucker, what's your character's name again?
Ta'ani. T''A''N'. Capital A.
Now, can we have Ta'ani just actually physically say that instead of doing it?
No.
That would be very literal, and I think it would be hilarious.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What are the other characters? I've lost track. So we've got me, we've got Yoren, and then who else?
I'm Rokiski. I'm
Who's
the Betazoid XO.
Who's I'm?
Christian. Yes.
Okay.
And then you've got John, who is our chief engineer.
Yep. Yep. Hiram Zimmerman. They call me Zip.
And I'm assuming our Betazoid commander is or our Betazoid XO is a commander?
Yes. Tess is a lieutenant commander. Human, redhead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
I was just picturing her as Tashiar for no particular reason.
I thought about that, but then I went, redhead.
And you're Zip's a senior chief petty officer or something?
Yeah, like Miles O'Brien, same rank.
But you're an old guy, right? Are you kind of grizzled with beard, or no?
Yeah, mid-40s, got the pepper in the close crop cut, but pepper in there. I have a tendency to have some stubble, even though it's against regs. I shave when I can, but just don't care sometimes.
And at this point, you hear the door open, and in walks an odd fellow wearing a mobile emitter on his wrist.
Oh God! Please tell me Tucker's not voicing that character.
Police! Take the night shift on a medical emergency!
I instantly pray for synthahol or real stuff. I don't
knew
care.
That was coming, and I turned down my volume just in time.
And looks at the image and goes, "Really? Do we not have a doctor?"
Now, does the doctor actually look like Gilbert Gottfried?
At this point, yes. Do we not have a chief medical officer on board this ship?
We have a lot of medical experience.
I am a trained combat medic.
So the answer is no.
So am
Just
I.
no one dedicated.
But I mean, there's a difference between training in combat medicine and a surgeon.
Listen, being a surgeon requires a certain amount of expertise. You can't just let anyone start cutting into other people.
Okay. At this point, Shelby goes, "Okay, like maybe my reputation precedes myself. I don't know, but I wasn't expecting to be here. The only reason I'm here is because I was on Starbase Bravo. Your ship was there. You guys were lost, and I was sent to go find y'all.
As a point of fact, we weren't particularly lost. We were responding to a distress signal, was it?
Yeah.
We were responding to a distress signal in pure Federation exemplary Paragon fashion.
We lost contact with the runabout. Regulations dictated that the correct procedure was to inform senior command.
Yeah. But
Did we not do that?
But I'm the one who's a week away from becoming an admiral. Being on board this ship is a little below my pay grade. So as far as I'm concerned, well, it's a figure of speech, Yorin. It's not actually, it's a remnant of old Earth's culture.
He quickly takes out his pad and jots something down.
Yeah. I was born in Kansas. We kind of hold on to some of this old traditions. But, as far as I'm concerned, my job here is spend a week on board this ship, wait for your actual captain to get here, and then it's your mess, not mine. Although I'm going to be the admiral, it's Bravo, and I guess that's where you're going to be stationed out of. So maybe you are my mess. So I guess it's good that I'm getting to know you all personally, so that when you're in my office, you know that I don't screw around. And if you ever end up in my office, you're in trouble. Tess kind of looks at her and nods and goes, yeah.
I sigh internally because we were off to such a great start.
So I'm going to get out in front of this a little bit. I'm going to be like, well, I assure you, Captain, that we will try and cause as little issue as possible during your stay on the Hatfield.
Well, you better.
Just as long as no one's casting any sidelong glances at Yorin, he's oblivious.
As far as I'm concerned, Commander, this is your ship. I'm here if stuff goes wrong, and I'm here because I have the clearance for a lot of things just in case. If it was up to me, you'd be in command. That would be that. But the matter of fact is, you're not briefed on any number of things
that
could go wrong.
There's going to be a lot of eyebrows.
So
There's going to be a lot of eyebrows.
I'm pulling just like the straight sass she's throwing, right? Like I feel it. I feel it like all over. Okay.
Hell, I'm human and I can feel it.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut and my hands behind my back until I can get back down to engineering.
So, with just the most subtle hint in my voice, I'm gonna tell her, well, I'm so glad that you're briefed on it and you're here for us. Just the slightest hint of sarcasm that if you weren't specifically paying attention to it, you'll miss it, but it's there.
Was that chair squeak in character? Because I feel like I'm seeing a picture of her sitting in her chair, silently glaring at him.
That was my chair.
Rocking back and forth in her chair.
Give me an insight command roll. This is going to be opposed roll.
Ooh, first roll of the night.
Is she threatening me? Do I feel like she's trying to intimidate me? In any way?
I feel like you're trying to intimidate her.
No, 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 no.
No, of course not.
That would be foolish.
Never. You better roll those dice.
Okay, so I might need a refresher on how rolls work. It's two D 20.
Just 2d20, straight up.
Oh,
if you'd
yeah,
like
and
to
then-
give me more
What
threat,
if
you can
it
have
is-
another die.
Insight command.
Insight command.
All right.
Oh,
This
Go ahead.
seems like a situation where threat would happen.
what momentum do we start with? 3?
None.
Just
0.
0? Okay. Couldn't remember.
We all start with 1 determination, though, right?
Yes.
That is 2 successes, a 17 and an 11.
Okay.
That is your main stat, isn't it?
So,
Yeah, insight command
okay.
is my highest thing at 17.
Okay. So not only
Wow.
do you gain 1 momentum off the roll, you gain another momentum because I
Nice.
rolled a complication.
I'll take it.
So Shelby leans back in her chair. All right, Commander, you've proved your point. Maybe you are a little more fit to lead. Along for this. I'll be in the ready room. You have the bridge.
Aye, Commander.
Slaughter.
Captain.
Or Captain. Yeah, no, I fixed it. I caught on as I said it.
Just as a reminder, and this is out of character, any person in command of a vessel is referred to as captain regardless of their rank.
True.
Maybe we just want to be Romulans and call our captains commanders.
Maybe I'm saying it as a slight.
Maybe we're all Romulan spies.
All of us independently.
And this is out of this is David talking. We're not Joseph.
Oh,
I like the concept of us all being Romulan spies independently of one another,
And none of us
and nobody else knows. Yeah,
Oh God, that would be such a Romulan thing to do.
I feel like this would be the equivalent of some kind of a Monty Python sketch.
pretty much.
Okay. At this point, Shelby says, "All right, dismissed. Go do
Stations.
what you do."
I nod and say
Good.
captain and head straight to the turbo lift.
I
And
think
So
Bjorn
as
jumps
you,
up happily and heads over to his science console on the bridge, right?
yes, as you get on the bridge, hailed by Starbase Bravo, and you see a grizzled admiral, an admiral. I had a name written down somewhere.
Admiral Paris.
No, he's on Starbase 1. An Admiral Earl Presnell.
Gray. Oh,
Yeah, an Admiral Earl Grey. No, an Admiral Earl Presnell, and he says, "Commander, good to see you alive. We have picked up
What?
a distress.
Oh, that's
call.
right. You were on the.
yeah, we were on the
Right,
runabout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have picked up a distress call from the Nightingale. She is a science ship
I love
out
distress calls.
near the Romulan neutral zone. She was.
Oh, I know what you're doing. You got the
Yep.
book, huh?
She was scanning planets. Was a few light years away from the neutral zone. I'll just save you the time and play you the
Message.
distress call that we got because it's going to be easier this way. So he plays you.
Oh, I was actually expecting you to put a video up on the screen.
I wish I had
That'd be
that.
fancy.
Uh,
I wouldn't be mad.
That'd be amazing.
So
I'm very immersed right now.
Where is that? Okay. This is Commander Allison Lewis of the Federation starship Nightingale. A navigational error has caused us to enter the neutral zone, and we have exchanged fire with a Romulan warbird. Captain Blake was killed in the attack, and we have lost main power. Warp drive is offline, and ship systems are down, but life support is good and holding. Repairs are underway, but we have lost most of our engineering crew. The Romulans are claiming we are now prisoners of war, and they insist that they will take us to Romulus for trial once their ship is repaired. We don't want to give in to their demands, but we also don't want to start another war. Advise. So once the mission concludes, he says, all right, Commander, here's our advice. Go, rescue, at worst case, destroy the ship. It cannot fall into the hands of Romulans.
I look thoughtful for a good while and say understood. And I'm assuming they'll that's pretty much it. No, just understood, you know.
All right.
I'm very
Starfleet out.
Yeah.
Is it my imagination, or is that a suggestion rather than an order?
What?
Well, he did say advise. Is he leaving this up to our discretion?
I believe what he means is once we're out there, it's going to need to be played by ear, depending on the situation once we arrive.
Intriguing. Okay. Orders, Commander? Captain? Damn it. Wait, is the XO now the captain right now?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yes.
Acting.
For all...
No, okay.
Well, I know the captain's off the...
No, okay, so who is officially registered as in command of the vessel?
Shelby.
Who's in the ready
Then
room?
he's a commander.
So you would say...
Sorry,
commander.
I actually... For those of you who don't know, I actually used to work on a ship. So I have some familiarity with this system.
Yeah, so, well, she's off in the ready room and said, I have command of the bridge, so...
But she's still on the ship.
Yeah.
She's still on the ship, so, but...
Yeah.
And she wasn't
So I guess-
relieved of duty. There's nothing wrong with her, so she is still the captain.
Like, they called Savick captain when Kirk beamed down to Regula. Or, I'm sorry.
But she's still on the ship, though. So I'm with them.
Right. If she was beamed down to a planet, technically you could be called captain. Although they never did it in, like, Next Generation. But
I'm sure Riker was informed of things while Captain Picard was in the ready room.
Yeah. And then I guess it's just my job.
This is
Hell.
something... So, Commander, do you wish to inform the captain about this?
Yeah, so I'll go to the ready room and knock.
No.
Well, hit the door chime.
Yeah, hit the door chime. It's the, future equivalent of knocking. Leave me alone.
Space knocking.
Okay. You do. Yes, Commander? Odd that you would bother me so soon.
We just had a mission come in from Starbase.
Okay.
And I saw it fit to see how you want to proceed.
Okay.
And I fill her in with what I was told.
You give her the data dump. Okay. Yeah. Well, standard procedure is to go there at warp 9. It's a distress call. We know we have an enemy combatant, so maximum warp, and let's get to it.
All right, Captain. And I, turn tail, leave, go back to the bridge, tell everybody. Well, everybody, I guess it just all comes. Warp 9, lay course for the distress signal. Warp 9, engage, etc.
Come on, you can do it more dramatically than that.
Oh, I totally can. All right. Right. Fine. Let's.
This is your maiden command of this entire vessel.
That is true. I don't.
This is your first time in the chair.
Oh yeah, I get to sit in the fancy chair. I like the fancy chair.
It's not that fancy.
It's fancier than everybody else's chair.
This is the most modern
True.
chair.
That is
Most
also
modern.
true.
Yeah. So, I'll walk in and say, set course to distress signal, warp 9, and as I sit down, I say, engage.
Acknowledged.
Yeah.
Setting course for distress signal, warp 9. And let's see, I haven't managed to get the quick start rules yet for various reasons. So, is there anything I need to do there?
No.
Okay.
There can be, but it's essentially irrelevant.
Yeah, it's up to David's choice, really. If
Yeah,
anything was going to go wrong, he would tell us.
So we're going to time jump.
Yes. Oh no, not literally.
Not literally.
Not in game.
You arrive at the edge of the neutral zone. And there you are hailed by the Nightingale.
On screen, sir?
Yes, on screen. I assume somebody would tell me.
Yeah, who
I
has
guess I
comm
can.
duties?
Yeah.
Let's say Tawny does.
That gives me way too many things to do.
I'll do it. I can. I am a I'm a linguist.
Yeah, well then you should absolutely be doing it.
By this time,
Incoming.
real quick, by this time I've gone back to the bridge when we hit the stop, so I can get hands-on. I can see what's happening as it happens.
Okay.
So I'm at my engineering station on the bridge.
Okay.
The Nightingale is hailing us, sir. On screen.
Make it so.
Bloop.
So up pops Commander Lewis. You recognize the 3 pips. And her face from the distress call that you saw.
Yes.
Is she a commander or a captain?
She is
a commander.
Well, she's acting.
she
No,
has the
captain
rank
now.
of- yeah.
The
She has
other
the
captain
rank of
died.
commander, but you know that the captain died in the initial attack.
So acting
Gotcha.
captain.
So,
This is going to just be the one recurring thing throughout the entire session, isn't it?
probably.
Yeah.
Commander, good to see Starfleet sent help. The situation here is pretty grave. Captain Blake's dead. Engineering took the brunt of the assault. Most of the engineering team's gone.
Do you need us to send crew over to help facilitate repairs?
Well, it would help. I don't know if the Romulans are going to let you do that.
Do I get any
But-
additional information from the scans I'm running on them?
Like while we're sitting there, can we get scans on both the Nightingale and the Romulan ship?
Wait, hang on. Okay. All right. Wait. Hang on. Couple things. Are we in the neutral zone now?
No, you are on the
No.
edge of the neutral zone.
Okay. Can we see a Romulan ship?
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
You can
We
see.
get-
You can see a Romulan Daenerys. Romulan Warbird.
Recommend red alert, Captain.
They have not hailed us yet. Shall I scan them,
Captain,
sir?
in this instance, regulations would indicate, or Commander, in this instance, regulations would indicate yellow alert at a bare minimum.
Okay. Yellow alert. Who's in charge? What does Tiani do?
Tani,
What role are you?
Tani is the flight control officer. That's
I
her
think
bridge station. She does
I think-
that.
I think
Helmet
Tess is
navigation.
security.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tess
Security.
definitely security. So Tess real quick taps on the buttons. Yellow alert. Shields are up.
And let's get some scans on both the Nightingale and the Romulan vessel.
All right. So,
Tick-tock life forms. Those precious little life forms. Oh, sorry. Yes. Scanning now, Commander.
I need an insight science roll.
What? That's it? What's my challenge?
I will divert navigational sensors to aid him in this challenge.
So, for the Nightingale, you're going to make 2 separate.
Well, I'm assisted by the ship anyway, right?
Yeah, you're assisted by the ship.
And
for the Nightingale, it is a difficulty 1.
I am also assisting you with navigational sensors.
Usually you can only have one assist, right?
You can only have
it's
one assist besides the ship.
Ah.
If I allow it. And I'm going to say...
Can I use navigational sensors to help him?
There's no need.
Okay. Yes, there is. Momentum.
I'm doing my scan over here.
Okay, well, you know what? It's not important. We will build momentum elsewise.
Yeah.
I've got 2 successes. Does the ship help?
I believe it does. That's the one thing I don't have written down. The ship
stats?
Oh, yes. Yes, it does. It's a sensor science role. That's what the Hadfield's meant to do.
That's what we do here.
Yeah, the Hadfield's like.
So that's three successes. And that was just for the Nightingale. What information do we get?
Yes, yeah, that is just for the Nightingale. So you find you find that the ship has a massive hull breach in engineering. You find problems with the propulsion system, shields. The warp core is in a very bad state. Navigation's got problems.
So problems doesn't mean problems means bad, but not offline, correct?
Those all are the propulsion shields, weapons are all offline.
Gotcha. As science officer, I also get a free momentum for additional information if that helps.
Okay. So you're at you are currently up to 4 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a free question.
A free question about the Nightingale. Commander, most of their systems seem to be inoperable. What else should I scan for? Three.
Life signs wouldn't hurt.
1.
Okay, hang on.
How many life signs are remaining on board?
You've got roughly 40 life signs on board.
And how fast can we teleport?
Can we compare that with the...
You can transport 12 at a time.
Gotcha.
Safely. Now you are at very long range. You're at the edge of your transporter range.
Oh, we are in transporter range.
But we have the shields up, and there's a Derridix floating out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're also...
Where is that Ferengi when
trouble.
you need him?
And then I run a scan on the Romulan ship?
Yeah, and before you do that, the Romulans hail you.
Sir, the Romulans are hailing us. On screen?
On screen.
Beep.
Captain, I am Commander Tala of the warbird Vegeta. As you heard, this ship is now Romulan property. They engaged in an act of war. They fired upon... They crossed the neutral zone.
They entered the neutral zone.
A violation of treaty.
Okay. Can I pull anything like emotion-wise off of her? Is she Or-
You can
she distressed in any way?
make a roll.
I like rolls.
Motives, yeah.
You
Pretty
can
much.
make a insight security roll. Yeah, an
Okay.
insight
do
security
that.
roll. That's going to be difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. Okay.
You could throw momentum in there if you want to. We have 4.
You could throw some threat in there if you wanted to.
Okay. Well, I'll just I'll throw a momentum in there. And we'll go based off that. I don't think I'm going to pass it, but we'll find
Does
out.
the ship
Okay.
assist in this?
No,
It's-
No, because this is me being a Betazoid.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 threat to up the complication range, so 18 up is
Okay.
Can I assist? Can I assist in trying to read her in my own way? Like he's obviously trying to get a grasp of her. Can I add any insight to what I also see after the fact? Being a psychiatrist,
Sure. For
I
you,
assist.
that'll be, but it'll also be your insight security.
Gotcha.
It's a 10, a
Ooh!
2, and a 4.
I got a 1.
Which Yorin just says randomly in the burn bridge, right?
Yeah, he's gonna blurt stuff out.
Yeah, so you get a feeling that she's hiding something.
Well, that was specific.
She's nervous.
Yeah, understandably.
More nervous than someone who appears to have the upper hand should be.
While I'm talking to her, I'm assuming we're still running the scan on their ship while I'm talking. Correct?
You have not started the scan. And she goes, Captain, if I were you, I wouldn't attempt to scan my ship. I would highly consider that an aggressive act. I would consider that a highly aggressive act.
Have they scanned our ship? Oh, well,
Sir, may I make a suggestion?
please.
I press mute on the.
Yeah, press the hold button.
Yep.
When dealing with Romulans, it is always best to be precise with one's language. While it may not be possible to scan her ship, it may be possible to scan the space around the ships for any signs of energy and emanations or energy signatures relating to the events here.
Not a terrible idea.
So, with the GM hat on, if you would like to know more about Commander Tala is feeling, you can spend momentum to learn more. Because you like, how many successes did you guys end up with?
3.
I had 2.
I had 3.
Yeah, so you have 2 bonus
2+.
momentum.
So that puts us at 5.
I don't necessarily
Well,
think.
unless he immediately spends some of it,
Yeah.
True.
because this would be an immediate spend.
Yes, you can spend some to know more.
Is it worth pulling extra off of her?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, then yeah, we'll spend.
Well,
one.
you can spend it one at a time once you see what it does.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll spend 1 and see what else we can pull.
So she is definitely playing for time.
And you could go one more if you really wanted to.
She doesn't know why. You don't know why she's playing for time, but she's playing for time.
So, how far did the Nightingale get into the neutral zone?
It's in the neutral zone, like not even a light year.
So it seemed much more like they were in the neutral zone and found us. Wandering barely into the neutral zone.
So at this point I'm going to switch my target from thanks to these suggestions here to the surrounding area, looking for traces of propulsion and weapons fire in the nearby residual energy traces.
I also say to you, Warren, while you are scanning, you may also want to scan for tachyon emissions. It would indicate the presence of further cloaked Romulan vessels.
I am on that as well then. And he bleep bloop beeps his my little science sensor console. Shall I unmute the chat, Captain? I mean the transmission?
Yes, unmute it.
Beep.
Well, I have a question out of game.
Sure.
Because I'm not as up on my Star Trek lore as I probably should be. Neutral zone, big place. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's about light year. It's about light year wide.
That seems
So-
smaller than I thought it would be.
I thought it was a little bit bigger.
It,
I thought it was a couple light years.
Something like that.
So it
So they-
seems much more like they're on our side. of
it's hard to
this,
tell
like,
because if you
well,
take them
obviously
at their
it's-
word, they could have chased our ship, the Nightingale, back to towards our side. I mean, if you take them at their word, so we can't.
If I recall Romulan psychology or their motivations, they basically believe that the neutral zone is their territory to do with as they please.
Oh yeah, that's the unspoken.
Yes. The Romulans play the neutral zone up to the line. The Federation play the line, and then the neutral zone is stay away.
Okay. So we've resumed the call. Yeah.
So, Yoren, give me a science. Science.
Security maybe for a combat zone.
Yeah, security. Give me a security. Give me an insight security roll.
While he scans, I will say, Captain, I promise we will not scan your ship in particular. On that, you have my word.
Well,
I'm not.
Oh, now you're playing so calm and cool. You gotta go for more of a objection to us scanning the area then.
The word of a Federation officer isn't much these days. I mean, look at Federation ship in the neutral zone here. I'm not sure that.
Well, you seem to be pretty far in the neutral zone yourself.
Well, yeah, because when there was a ship in the neutral zone, I came out here to investigate and then deal with the situation. Again,
And
I'm
I'm-
already running the
I'm-
scan while they're talking.
I'm to trust your word, and you're not to trust mine. That's not how civilized folk should be.
civilized. What exactly does it mean to be civilized?
Yep, this is Star Trek.
Yep. Perhaps the same could be said of all religions. Oh, so David, I got 1 success and 1 20. And plus whatever the ship is assisting me with.
Yes, let me get that for you.
And you said the Nightingale was a research vessel, yes?
Yeah, it's a Nova class, which if you've seen Voyager at all, it's the same as the Equinox. When the ship they found that had like I forget what they called them, but it's a
smaller ship.
It's a small science vessel.
Yeah, clearly not meant to, oh, we're going to go to the neutral zone and, assert dominance.
Yeah. In fact, you're probably confused how it disabled a Romulan ship.
Oh.
Wait, the Romulan ship is disabled?
Well, yeah, we already knew that, though.
They're waiting until they've enacted repairs to take the Nightingale.
What? When did this happen?
That was in the briefing.
Was it? I missed it.
Yeah,
that's why I'm in charge.
I thought they just overwhelmed them, and that's why they didn't have any problems.
The last part of it, the Romulans are claiming we are now prisoners of war and insist they will take us to Romulus for trial once their ship is repaired.
Oh, see, I just heard when their ships arrive or something. I guess I missed that part.
Okay.
So their ship is disabled for some reason, and they're claiming that it was. Well, they haven't even claimed that it was our ship yet.
Yeah. So you do not detect any other indications of cloaked vessels. You detect 2 distinct weapon signatures, 1 Federation, 1 Romulan. And
that's it.
And that's what you find. However,
I was going to say, do we pull anything like fired weapons?
Well, hold on, because I still have additional information I can get, and he still has a complication he has to enact.
I do have a complication I have to enact. However, your scan a little bit, and it started scanning the Romulan ship. And the commander,
well, that's going to be fun.
The commander gets a beep, and you see a sub-lieutenant whisper to her.
You guys, you're really screwing my conversation.
Can I get my additional information first?
Sure.
Your additional information screwing my conversation up.
Sorry. Is there any propulsion trails that from the Federation side of the neutral zone into the neutral zone? Indicating that they actually willingly went into the neutral zone.
Yeah, there's the Nightingale.
No, we have that information already.
You can see the Nightingale's path going from Federation space into the neutral zone on a standard course, as if
under actual
they were
power.
Intending to do that all the way. They did not make any course correction whatsoever.
Oh, Star Trek. I don't like being the one who has to figure it out, though. I just like watching.
Okay. So,
now the question here is, do I just go all in, and since I accidentally did that, just go and scan their ship?
Do not do that. No.
Okay, Commander. I thought I had your word.
You don't know that I did this, though, Commander.
What's going on? I just got an alert that you're scanning me. I told you this would not end well for you.
Is that an intimidation? Is he trying? Am I being intimidated?
Oh God.
Yes.
It feels like I'm being intimidated.
Here, I was trying to set you up so you could blame me, but now you're just going to go for it, aren't you?
Well, I have one of my talents is Dauntless. When somebody is trying to intimidate or threaten me, I add a bonus D20 to my dice pool.
Nice.
Okay. This is going
now you're going
to
for it.
Be this is going to be a a control security, difficulty 1.
Oh.
And I am going to spend 3 momentum to buy, or 3 threat to buy 2 extra dice.
Damn, look at all that threat.
Should I buy an extra die?
Yes, we have like 4 momentum. You can only have 5.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, then I'll take one.
It's capped.
Oh, really? Oh. I missed
You
that
can
part.
actually have 6. But-
Whatever. The point is, take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Give me a second. What do the I don't remember what they do, but I remember like picking them. Like I have composure and persuasion.
This will definitely be a
or-
composure. I'll let your composure focus. So that means, and sorry, command. This is a control command. So if you roll a 5 or lower, that's a crit.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And I'm rolling 4 dice.
Yeah.
That's not great. That's a 20. That's a 2.
Okay.
That's a 3.
Oh, God. What?
And that's a 1. Woo!
Oh.
What?
Whoa!
What is this?
Okay. I rolled
That's what?
4,
That's 6 successes.
I rolled 4
And a complication.
successes.
Versus 6
Okay.
successes and a complication.
I wish I had a camera on my dice now.
No. Oh, that is wow. Okay. So you gain 2 momentum.
Puts
That
it at
maxes
5.
us out.
Yeah, so we better spend that pretty
No,
quick.
you spent 1. So
Yeah,
we're
that
at
puts
5,
it
yeah.
at 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that's what
up
I'm
to
saying. It's
No, max is 6.
I was
max-
wrong.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Okay. I am going to.
Them dice rolls, though.
Dude, I'm fine with
I'm
it.
going to patient as threat to be used later
Okay.
because I do not have a good complication. Okay, so you flip the script. Go ahead and role play that.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Remember, you're talking to a bunch of nerds that have very little conversational flipping experience.
Okay, so she's left you off. I mean, I am in the same position, but she's left you off with Gibbs. You're scanning my ship. Thought we agreed to this.
Yeah, so I say
You could call her bluff, or you could like
accuse her for being in the
intimidate
neutral
her.
zone. And be like, and kind of intimate that you know that she is not in as strong a position as she seems.
I'm trying to decide if I should let her know that we're new to this ship in particular. I could feel like
never show
Do you
weakness
want-
to a
do you want-
Romulan.
that's all.
The question-
That's what I'm saying.
So are you trying to pander to her, or are you trying to intimidate her in return?
Well, so I think. Well, my original idea was to do kind of both. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, we're new to this ship, but given that, it doesn't seem like you're in a strong position to bargain at all with us. It seems like you're too far on your side of the neutral zone.
You could say something like, even though we're a science vessel, because they're a warbird.
Yeah,
They're going to put a galaxy quest. A galaxy class. Wow, that was a slip. They're going to put a galaxy.
And that one's gonna fight me.
Yeah, they're gonna make a galaxy class work for it. A Luna class is gonna have a tougher time. So if you're saying like, hey, we're just a science vessel,
Dude, the Daredexes are 3263. They're not a big deal.
They should be 7.
They should
That
If
be
you go by
more.
size.
That was an
Because they are
attack.
way larger than the galaxy.
He's trying to attack wing this.
That's,
Look, anyway,
So
but-
I'm gonna. I'm just going to avoid her question entirely. Like I thought we had a deal, and I'm gonna say, let me ask you a question. How is it that a Luna class science vessel has disabled your warship?
Nova.
So, hang on.
Nova, yeah.
Oh wow,
Sorry,
that's
Nova.
even a better
We're the
question.
Luna, they're the Nova.
Yeah, we're the
Novas are
Luna.
small and shitty.
Yeah.
But so okay. So serious question, David.
Yes.
This is going to sound ridiculous. Do we have like instant messenger with each other on our consoles?
I don't think so.
that was a good question because I was thinking of like
Oh, sorry. In game, yeah.
in game, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I kind of want to know what the results of the scan of the Romulan warbird were. Like,
I feel like I didn't actually get anything useful since it just kind of nicked them.
But did we pull like
Yeah, actually.
information like because we should be able to detect that they fired if they like what
Well,
they
I mean,
fired?
we got the
Look,
weapon signatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if we accidentally scan the ship, right, then we should have an understanding of their tactical situation. At the very least, we should be able to tell if they have weapons or shields online.
Yeah, so you pick up that they have weapons and shields. What's wrong is their engines.
Okay, so we almost definitely cannot take them in a fight.
No.
I mean, I
You
could
beefed over to
probably.
me. What did you actually get off of that ship? And I beat back to them.
There we go. I could probably, for lack of a better term, hug the donkey, but.
Oh god, I don't think our ship moves that way in this universe.
I could probably make it move that way. I'm pretty fucking good at flying.
Yeah, you would have the potential to do that at least.
Yeah, I'm what? I'm 12.5?
Yeah, it's 17. That's what I have in Insight Command. But
That's not how physics works.
Okay,
we need to hold off on that for a minute.
Actually, the hugging the donkey is a more accurate portrayal of how physics works than most Star Trek space combat.
Well, probably
yes, it actually is.
This is Star Trek.
So to get back to these negotiations,
The bickering old ladies yelling at each other.
Well, I suppose she goes. I don't want to talk about that. Commander Romulans are a prideful people. It's exactly our crew's finest hour that we suffered engine damage from a lowly science vessel.
So you're going to do what? Call more ships to come see your embarrassment?
Oh, no. We're in the midst of repairs. It's just a matter of time for us to repair stuff. But that's just what life is. It's just taking us a long time. Apparently, my engineers are incompetent. And
You can actually hear them working on the ship.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Sorry, guys. I'm making myself some dinner. I'm gonna be muting in and out.
No, it's perfect. Believe me, my engineers will be executed when we get back to Romulus because they're incompetent.
Wow.
All right.
I mean, they don't know this. Well, not all of them, but the ones that are doing their job. It's what motivates them. You rotate crew every 3 months.
Man, you really got under this Romulus, and she's just pouring out information.
Yeah.
Praise the Chirahee.
Well, he wrote 6 successes. What do you want?
Do I feel like there's any sympathy I can place from her?
How?
That's my question to you. Like, do I feel like there's any emotions that she's giving that I can play off of?
Anything more than you already got 30 seconds ago?
No.
Game time?
What you do pick up...
Go ahead, sorry.
What you do pick up is that she's willing to acquiesce to a request.
Means yes.
She's in a giving mood. Reason.
Sorry, just a question. Are we in weapons range?
No.
Of them or them of us? Okay.
You're in sensor range, you're in transporter range. In order to be in weapons range, you would have to cross the neutral zone.
Okay, so question. Did we ever get an answer how many life forms are left on the Nightingale?
40.
In the 40s. Yeah.
And how many can we transport? You cut out when you said it earlier on to me.
12 at a time.
12?
It would take about 4 transporter cycles to get everyone.
They would definitely notice that. So, how about this? Give me an insight command roll.
Insight command roll.
Yeah.
Difficulty
1.
I don't really need to burn a.
No,
you do not.
12 and 11. So now we're at maximum.
There you go.
We have the momentum.
All right. So she says, Commander, if you'd like to beam repair crews over to the Nightingale, I would be amenable to that.
What?
Captain.
What?
Captain, may I suggest another option?
Mute.
Yeah.
If the Romulan captain is willing to have is willing to allow us to transport to the Nightingale, it would be trivially easy to say that the vast majority of the crew are wounded and to beam them back aboard. Once there, we could set the auto-destruct sequence, beam out the last 12 members with about 5 seconds to spare on the auto-destruct, and the ship would no longer be in Romulan hands.
Why would they even allow this for us?
I believe there is
that if they have the upper hand, that they don't.
I believe they're trying to buy time.
I believe, Yorin, there is an old Earth expression: "Do not look a gift horse in the mouth."
I've never heard of these horses you speak of, but the founders would never have let something like this slide.
My guess, we beam over an engineering crew, and then they take them hostages too.
Zip, you want to go?
That actually raises an interesting point. Yorin, when you scanned for life forms, did you see any Romulan life signs?
David?
I will answer. Hold on. You're not able to detect specific life form readings at this.
But you're saying that my sensors aren't racist.
Yeah.
They don't see race.
Okay.
Yeah.
It may. Although a thought also occurs to me, Captain. It may be that this is a ploy to cause us to lower our shields.
Are we
They're
in?
also out of weapons range.
I was gonna say, they're out of weapons range. Okay.
Their propulsion is completely dead.
No.
To the best of your knowledge, it is.
Are they in transporter range of the Nightingale?
Is there a way to open a separate channel to the
I was gonna
Nightingale
say,
without
can
the Romulans knowing?
Do we have the Nightingale side of this?
You could certainly get the commander back on the horn.
Yeah, can someone text her like
I'm sorry, but
our
it's-
Romulans are
AOL's
on
gone
ship?
offline. We can't.
I'll try to bring up an encoded an encoded channel that is hidden within the emissions of our propulsion.
She goes, Commander Blake answers back, new communicator, who dis? You can get her back on.
But
on
like,
the screen.
is there? So we have to do it quickly, though.
So I'm trying to talk to her while he's talking to the Romulan commander. I take it. I'll take it to the observation lounge at least.
Can you unmute my call first? I guess I can.
Yeah.
You can just
Okay.
ask the Romulans for a moment to consider, cut the call, and then call the Nightingale.
I'm with that. Yeah. So
Okay, good.
I'll unmute the call and say that's a very generous offer from you, Captain. Is it fine if we consider your proposal for a moment?
I suppose, but what is there to truly consider?
You are so polite to someone who's trying to murder us.
Me? I have to be. What's the point, man?
Let me phrase that. You are so subservient to someone who is about to murder us.
No, they're not.
I mean, sure, take all the time you need. Commander. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with Federation rank. I mean, I'll be here. If you need any more assurances from me, just let me know.
All right, I appreciate it, and I
never heard of Robbie.
I booped the call
Okay.
and the call.
So
All right.
we do the call waiting thing
We'll
and
get the
we call swap?
Nightingale back on.
Sure. Yeah.
No, we just ended the other call,
In call, new
the
call.
Romulan one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will hail the
Sorry,
Nightingale.
no. Hang on. Did you just say you boop the call?
Yeah, boop the call. I booped the button in the call. How about that?
That makes sense.
I was hoping you boop the screen, just go boop, and then call.
Yeah,
And the
It was
Romulans
on her
what
nose.
the hell just happened?
on her nose. Yeah.
I got your nose. What are you going to do now, Romulans?
And she just freaks out.
Can't do anything without
So
nose, can you?
now I'm picturing an angry Romulan, right? Just staring
Looking for
and
her
squinting, and then Archer just reaps over and goes, boop.
nose. Pretty much, yeah.
All right. So, Commander talk.
Is there any way within regulation, like, is there something to see if there's duress, like key your handset twice if you're under duress, kind of a thing?
Yeah, there's Starfleet protocol for that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So I need to.
We're talking
enact
about like Star Trek 2 level of by the book.
Yeah.
The worst code ever.
The superior intellect failed to catch it.
Well,
Are you okay? Yes. Done.
Are you okay? No, but they're not. Or yes, but they're nodding their head no.
But
They're shaking their head no.
Blinking their eyes in Morse code.
heavily encrypted head shake. But yeah,
Yoran's like ready to jump out of his chair and just ask, "What the heck did you do to that warbird? How did you manage that?"
So are you guys on call with Blake now?
Well, yeah,
Yes.
that was my before. So there is no real.
Well, no, if it's you can encode the channel as long as there's a code that Romulans don't know.
No. So
It'll be secure.
I'm curious. I'm trying to find out if there's a way for me to ask her if there are Romulans on her ship without saying, "Hey, are there Romulans on your ship?" And her saying no, like.
I mean, we could just ask her, and if she says no, we're probably fine. And if she says,
if she
have
says
a
no,
No.
That seems. I mean, all in all,
no,
trying to
I got
send a
it, I got it,
secret
I got it.
message.
well, I don't even need to do that. I'm an empath, fellas. Like,
You're a telepath. Just read her mind.
I don't know if I can read her mind from a light year.
True.
But you can sense deception. Troy does that shit all
Yeah,
the time.
I can sense her. Obviously, she'll be horrified. Like, no, totally, we're totally okay. But internally screaming.
Yeah, because they're totally okay.
Yeah, so
when their
yeah,
ship
so
is
no,
ready to-
Do you sense emotion, Commander? Sorry, I despise Troy in seasons 1 through 6.
All right. So
I'll dial 1-800-Nightingale. And get that call going.
okay.
That's not 7 letters.
It's
You had to
not
go to
It's
9
space.
24th century.
Yeah, yeah.
We dialed.
Well, I guess
we
if
dialed,
you did NITENGL,
David,
that would
so
do
you
it.
were saying as we are continuing on.
Yeah. Okay. So we get the call going.
Do.
Okay. So Commander, I guess you were on the call with the Romulans for a while. Is there an update?
Yes. They have offered to let us send over engineering crews to your ship to help facilitate repairs.
That would be a good
Is your
thing.
ship secure?
But I have a question. Is your ship secured? Yeah, I mean, is your ship safe
Well,
for teleportation?
But why don't you just
I mean-
ask her if she has Romulans on board or not?
safe. I mean, there's a massive attack. There's all kinds of leaking power conduits. I mean, what do you mean by safe?
Exploding power conduits.
That's always good.
Are there on
Hey, that's
any?
what caused death.
Are there any Romulans on your ship?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
And
Are
so,
there
like
borders?
empathy wise, like she's like as calm as acting captain of a destroyed ship under.
You should
Troy
give
can
me...
sense any kind of crap. You should be able to sense if there are Romulans on the board just with your empathy.
Probably.
You should give me an inside security roll.
Is that the role
Difficulty.
for empathy?
Difficulty 1. For this kind of what's he
7 and a 17. So 1 success.
She's as to your knowledge, she is not hiding anything.
Okay.
To your knowledge, to her knowledge, she is not hiding anything.
So okay.
And to get rid of the double
and
talk, as far as Commander Blake knows, there are no Romulans on board.
Okay. So I'll tell her we'll begin collecting a crew to send over.
Okay.
To assist in repairs.
Yeah, and I end the call with.
You should probably send engineers and doctors. Those would be the most helpful.
Absolutely, whatever we can do to help. And Commander
That's
Yi.
where we were hit hard.
Yeah.
I turn to the first officer and say, Commander, I am a doctor and an engineer. I believe I may be of assistance.
So let's see who all. I
So we're
can't
pretty much
send
done
my
with the
entire.
call, so I boot the call.
Yeah, boot the call.
Is that
I
what we're
can't.
calling
I
it?
can't. Yeah, I can't send my entire bridge crew, unfortunately.
Did you ever watch this Star Trek series?
Okay, is anybody else trained in medicine?
Tess,
Everybody's trained in medicine.
Yeah,
Pretty
besides
much
me.
everybody.
Tess
Okay.
raises her hand and she says, Commander, as your chief of security, we're not going. you're not sending an away team unless I'm going.
So Tess is. I say Tess, Honey, and we'll say.
Call her Honey.
Zip.
Wave my hand, think I can put an engineering team together if we need it.
You actually can send your entire bridge crew.
Yeah, I mean, we might
this
have
particular
to.
set of crew members are for.
He's
Well,
trying. He's trying
I
really
can't-
hard not to, guys.
It might be good to
I'm
leave
trying
some
really not
operation
hard not to
into-
because
into a fight. You know, we
You
might-
could go too, because technically the captain will still be on board the ship.
Okay, well, look, I can't shoot.
I'm not
I
going.
can't shoot ship.
I'm not talking about you,
weapons
Captain. I'm
worth
talking
anything.
about the Captain.
So
I know. I'm not going.
And we will definitely have security there because I am going, and I'm going to bring along part of my retinue.
Yeah, so at this point, Yoren, why don't you tell the folks what you brought along with you?
So, as an official kind of ambassador from the Dominion, in order to ensure that my unique experiences are not summarily kind of lost without the Dominion being able to do anything, our investment is currently protected by a small squad of Jem'Hadar security officers on board our vessel.
And by small squad, he means 2.
Let's mute Tucker.
Well, that's all we have named so far.
I'm pretty.
No, come back.
So
He
I
was
get on the
pretty sure.
communicator and call for second
He's
to
on mute.
meet me on transporter room 2, along with I guess whoever else is coming along.
Yeah,
and then
so-
I look around the rest of the crew and it's like, is anyone else coming?
So Tess is going.
Okay.
Keanu's
And-
going.
So it's Tess, Yoren, and Jem'Hadar.
Okay, David, I have an honest question.
Yes.
Like, would it be better for the game if I went or if I stayed?
I'm gonna say you should go.
Well, it's like, because if we're going to have helm stuff, like, I'm the only helm stuff person. I'm not the only doctor. I'm not the only engineer.
I
If
think.
you're in
Well,
the wrong place at the wrong time, we can make a helmsman.
I have a con of 4 in a control of 10. It's not my best stat, but I'm not bad at flying.
All right, well,
Basically, anyone can do pretty much anything in this system given enough momentum.
that's true.
And worst case, Yeg can take over. Well, Yeg takes over if you step out.
Who's Yeg?
The reserve flight controller. He's a
He's
teller.
the one that was with us before, the beer guy.
Okay. Well,
He's a cool guy,
never mind,
I met
I
him.
wasn't here last time, but okay.
Well, he was on the
He was on
runabout with
Xerxes.
us. Yeah.
But he's just an ensign, so.
Greetings.
Oh, is that a Nick?
What is this? Who is this strange character?
That is
A
Nick.
Q has
Captain
materialized
Zakaro
on the
reporting
bridge.
for duty.
All right. Well, we are sending an away team over to the night jail. Nick, I will get a scene for you shortly here.
Our entire bridge, pretty much.
Ow,
So-
ow, 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 ow.
So,
We've got Yoren. We've got Reket Rax, the Jem'Hadar former second, who is now just a crewman rank.
yes.
He is our combat-focused person. Well, one of
Yes.
them. He is my combat-focused person.
And how many people can we teleport at once? 6?
12.
12?
Well,
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think
And-
12's...
I can send a couple of engineers with Yoren.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we send just some supplement
Yeah.
crewmen?
Yeah, I'm not going to
So-
send all my engineers.
we have
I'll send
what's our,
2 or 3.
we have a crew support of what, 6 or 7?
7, technically.
So we can have up to 7 NPCs.
Right. You
I
are
wouldn't
currently
suggest using them all
using
now.
3.
Red shirt.
Who are we using? We're using
Shelby,
Rax.
and now you're 2 Jem'Hadar.
Shelby's
okay.
a crew member?
Technically.
Ugh.
For the moment, for this mission,
She's literally sitting in her ready room.
Yes, but if our commander goes, then she can take over command pretty well.
Okay, that's true.
or if something happens on the ship, then Shelby's around.
Okay. All right.
Shelby is in like a box that says "break in case of emergency."
And I haven't
break in
really
case
called.
you want to get me in trouble.
I haven't exactly called on first yet because he's more of the command decision kind of guy.
Okay. So you're currently using 2 of your NPCs.
So an extra engineer and an extra doctor.
I do have a nurse written up.
Does our EMH count?
Yeah, your EMH can be a recurring NPC.
We can't send him though.
He's got an emitter.
I am fully capable of going over to another ship and helping them out. Just because I am made of solid light doesn't mean I cannot travel.
See? He seems eager.
All right, I mean, he can go.
I make a mental note to punch Lewis in the face next time I see him.
Who's Lewis?
My cousin Lewis Zimmerman created the EMH.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I make a mental note to create that scene.
Thank you, Lewis.
Unarmed combat. Here we go.
Da-da, da-da, da-da.
Okay, so
Boxing ring, I'll let Cisco and Q.
so going on this away to
That question will be answered this Friday night.
Sorry.
Friday.
we
So,
have
That was.
Tess,
Did you ever?
Ani, Zip. Zip, are you going on the away mission?
Well, that's if Yoren's going. I don't know if I need to go in case I'm needed here. and
Well,
we get in a
it's
fight.
worth mentioning, right? I can fix things. I have engineering, but only for propulsion systems.
Well, that's the main thing. Where
Things
well,
that
I
make
mean,
us go.
I will also remind
Well,
Zip.
if all we need is to make the ship go, then I'm your person.
Going really, really helps. Shields wouldn't hurt my feelings over there either, though.
We need to make the ship go.
So beam to
Yes.
Ani over to the Romulans so they can go.
No.
Help,
What?
Yeah, go help them.
Oh,
I
Zip might be in favor of this. I'm just saying,
I mean, Tani's almost a Romulan already.
Anyways,
So wait, what's the structure for the away team look like right now? Assuming
Yoren-
Zip.
You're in second, Tess, Tani, and that's all I've got so far. before
Okay.
NPCs.
That seems like a pretty good away team. Oh, and the EMH,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. Go.
Okay, and feel free to take 2 engineers, but don't break them. I want them back.
NG,
Do you want to name your engineers?
No,
Iganu.
Miles and
I don't want to
Jordy.
waste. I do not want to. I don't want to waste secondary engineers. Or I don't want to waste secondary characters this early on. We may need them for other things later.
Thing
I'll,
one and
I'll
thing
work
two?
on some engineer names later.
Yeah, don't name them so when they die, we're not attached.
Got it. Thing 1 and thing 2
So,
for now.
so,
Mhm.
That's
so
what I
two
call
registered
them.
engineers.
Oh my God! Can they be pack leads?
No,
No, they
no.
cannot.
I'm sorry. I meant binars. I was just had pack
Mm.
on the brain. You said thing 1 and
Oh,
you said thing 1 and thing 2, so I'm thinking binars now.
You know
Thing
what?
01 and thing 10.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I might use that. I might use because that's all Zip remember is calling him thing 1 and thing. I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, God.
Maybe you'll use some later.
Let's not make those now.
No, not for this one. I'm gonna for later.
Inspiration for future.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
currently we have 7 people on this away team. 3 players
John,
and 4 NPCs.
John, your homework is to create thing 01 and thing 10.
Oh, it's even better. Yes.
So do we?
Are there
need-
rules? Are there rules for creating secondary characters in the quick start? I haven't really looked at it.
I
I'm
don't
gonna have to
believe
pull
so.
at the rule book.
No. Yeah.
Has everyone
It's-
got the new
they're-
quick start?
The
Yeah,
actual
Kingdom.
creation rules for them are really easy.
I know.
You basically
They
just start
just,
with a stat spread and a discipline spread and 3 focuses, and that's it.
Right.
All right. So before you beam over, we're going to shift scenes. And this.
So -1.
Yes, -1 momentum. And this is now your captain, Descarron, in front of a very angry board of admirals.
Uh-oh. Oh, do I get to be an admiral? We talked about this.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not about to be an admiral.
All right. I really should have named these admirals, but
No, I got it. Just message me the details on what you need me to be.
yes. Here, actually, I will do this. Will, you wanted to take a little break?
Yes.
Let's call this like a 5
short
to
break.
10 minute break.
Interlude.
Yes.
Oh,
So
it's a commercial break. It's a commercial break.
it's a commercial
Exactly.
break. We'll be back shortly.
That question will be answered this Friday night. Sorry.
Oh, God. And now you have to play some lovely elevator music until we return.
No.
Come to Quarks. Quarks is fun.
Sorry. Oh, I'm playing a game, a D&D game over the internet.
Nerd.
Ida's here. For everybody who knows who nerd Ida is.
Hi, Eva.
Everybody says hi.
Hi.
Ida.
Most people ran away from their mics.
Yeah.
The internet says hello.
Now Ida's going to be back and delivering her usual incisive commentary on whatever I say. So.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun. Dun.
But no,
Dun, 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 dun.
Ever since she appeared on my podcast, I've actually decided. I used to just exile her to the back, like to our bedroom, so she wouldn't like make background noise. But since everybody on the podcast now knows who she is, I'm okay with her sitting out and like occasionally making remarks. It's funny.
Out, damn spot. No, you can come on. Every good podcast needs a peanut gallery.
I agree.
Hmm? Oh.
Wah.
The peanut grown-ups.
So I stood up for a second. What did I miss? Because we're not talking.
No, we're just taking a break. I'm writing up quick stories for the admirals and what they want out of this Inquisition.
So can we talk about how stressful it is to only be in charge of talking? That was a terrible mistake.
Entertain us.
So basically what you've missed is a whole bunch of negotiations with a Romulan commander.
Ah.
And it's going away.
So we had a contested roll where I rolled 4 successes and your commander rolled 6 successes.
Whoa.
And a complication. It was like, I'm going, okay, I rolled 4 successes. The crew's in trouble. Nope. Nope. Never mind.
Would you guys roll like 2 or 3 crits on that one?
Yeah, I rolled a 1, 2, and a 3. 4. Because I used composure, or 4, yeah. Because I used composure as my focus.
Yeah. And I rolled a crit and 2 successes on 4 dice. And I was like, okay, I'm good. Yeah, I spent a whole bunch of threat to roll more dice, and then it's just like, bam.
Got all shadow run up in here.
Right before that, I was like, I promise we won't scan your ship. Swear to God, we're not going to scan your ship. Literally, the next thing that happens is we scan part of their ship. So
because
someone doesn't know how to scan.
Will rolled a complication on his scan roll. He was just trying to scan the surrounding area around the
He
Romulan
just
ship.
hates scanning for life forms.
No, it wasn't even that. He was scanning for
Life forms.
Tetrions.
Stupid life forms.
Bring on the particles.
Christian, do you want to be an admiral?
No, I feel like I've talked enough.
Talked enough? Okay. So I think, Tucker, it's just going to be you and me inquisiting.
Oh, that's lame.
Oh, okay.
Come on, somebody else do it. Will.
Will, do you want to be an admiral?
Worst case scenario, I'll do it.
Will.
Will's probably AF.
Yes, it is.
Or John. John, you can be an admiral.
Oh, really? What am I admiraling?
You're going to be part of the interrogation of this captain. I'll message you your character.
Okay.
Did I hear something about an admiral?
No, you lost your chance.
Okay, that's cool. Yarn's pretty much a talky guy enough as it is, if necessary.
Yeah.
Especially when it seems like the entire rest of the crew is very taciturn and reserved.
Hey, man, I'm trying not to start.
So
A
out of
literal,
curiosity,
actual war I'm trying not to start. I don't know what you want from me.
so out of curiosity,
A war!
Is anybody here into like astronomy?
I am.
Yes.
Do you know how far the reach of a black hole is?
Ooh.
It depends on
It
the
would
mass. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, think about it. It depends on if it's like the black hole, the mass of the sun, it would have the exact same reach as the sun. So,
Which is what?
Um,
The outer limits of our
Solar system.
like,
Yeah.
what are you saying? Like, where you can't escape, like a ship would have trouble escaping if it got too close or
Yes.
something. Oh,
Well, there's also sympathetic attraction. Like when you have particles in motion, if there's other particles nearby, that can add to the effect.
Okay.
It
no,
will
no,
not
I-
only.
I got it.
yeah. I mean, we
It's
can make
just-
it as far as we want.
I am going to ask an examination question that is a very oblique reference to something else.
Oh, are you? Are parsecs involved?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I'm not doing the maw installation. It is far
Oh, I
more
was thinking
oblique
about
than
that. Never mind. Yeah, that would have been a good
It
one
is
too.
far more oblique.
cool.
Okay, hang on. Let's see.
All right, so what's our continued plan then?
I am just polishing off one last admiral.
I was gonna say,
And then we will start
world.
the inquisition of Captain Decaron.
Meanwhile, Descartes
how
going
many
through
lights?
his pad, going over
Hang
his
on.
logs and just refreshing himself.
How many lights do you see?
I see more lights.
There are more! Wait.
Now, when I'm counting the lights, am I counting each array, individual light sources within the array? Come on, work with me here.
Okay. All right. Is everybody back?
I'm still writing up my question. Hang on.
Okay.
This black hole thing was about actually in the game.
It's going to matter. Be an admiral, Will. Come on, there will be 3 of us. It'll be great.
No, John's got it.
Yeah, I was reading it right now.
No, it's great.
What is this? Is this going to be an Inquisition?
Yeah, a human, a Vulcan, and a Tellarite decide to form an admiral council.
Walk into a bar and wait.
I was gonna say walk into a bar too. Damn.
Obviously,
What's
they
the
do
fancy-
10 forward.
What's the fancy? Never mind. What's the fancy term for black hole?
Singularity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bam! Nerd knowledge.
It's okay. I was gonna say sucky hole, so I'm glad somebody else answered.
DeGrasse Tyson would be thrilled.
Vacuum of death.
Ooh. Heavy lump in space.
Thing to be
Your
avoided.
mom. Oh wait, no, that's what the Nausicaans would say.
Galactic
Wouldn't it be more
party
like,
pooper?
Y'all?
Our ship was forced off course. We thought it was a black hole, but it turns out it was just your mother.
Was that a Nausicaan?
It's been a while since I've seen that episode.
The way they say Domjot and stuff like that, it sounded like...
Domjot.
Yeah. It was very Nausicaan sounding.
And then a bar fight ensues, and then someone gets rammed through the heart with a Domjot stick. It's an actual knife, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Q comes in, and then the captain just becomes a Lieutenant JG, and
Q, get out of my bed. Kill it with
I have-
fire.
and then
I have flowers
and then
here
you
for
realize
a
that Patrick
for
for
Gene Luck Pickard.
Pickard,
John Luck Pickard here?
and you realize that Patrick Stewart looks significantly better in red than blue.
What?
That
More
is true.
more
It's not even
dweeby?
green.
What?
Hey, they were going to be in gold, but they were going to keep the TOS color scheme. But Jonathan Frakes and Patrick Stewart didn't look as good in gold.
Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-oh. Wait, did we just run into the T-1000s?
T800?
T-800s? Look, they got a lot of numbers. You
So
expect me to remember them all when
You
they
mean
all-
calculator?
He's a calculator. He's a toaster.
Sorry, I'm back. By the way, did I not make that clear?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm front.
You said you were still reading up in your thing.
I'm left side. 'Cause that's
Or
the
writing
standard
your
term.
question.
I
No,
hate this
no,
joke.
David, you're left field.
Oh. No, I'm out of left field.
Yeah. You
You're
come
so far
from
out
a
of
left field. Yeah.
You're still out in the left field. You're in the right.
No, I come from a land down under.
This is descending
Well,
into
I say you can
actual
dance if you
madness.
want to.
Okay, can we get on with this Inquisition, because I just did a lot of work to Star Trekify this.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Done. Resuming.
All right. So, Captain Rome, you are summoned before this board of inquiry. Admiral Presnell, Solak, and Thant presiding. This inquisition is to determine your capacity to continue command after being joined with a Trill symbiont. It's highly unusual for a Denobulant and a Trill to be joined this way.
Also, don't mess this up because I don't like being in full charge. I like my XO position, and I don't like being in charge. So don't fuck up.
I shall endeavor to not let you down.
We will let you make an opening statement, and then we will proceed with our questions.
I'm sorry, what's the captain's name again?
Descartes Rome.
Descartes Roan.
Roan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Roan symbiont. Dakar is the denobulan name.
Got it.
Help if I had a writing implement that worked.
No, yes.
Come on.
Is there an opening statement coming? That was out of character.
Working on it.
Again,
I was not. I came in here not expecting this, not knowing what the plan was, so caught off guard.
Yes, I should have given you a little bit more time.
Yeah, I would have appreciated that.
Or
Bad
at
habit.
least,
Extra commercial.
At least told you to that you were under
inquiry. Under inquiry, Inquisition is a very different thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
No one expects the Starfleet Inquisition.
I was just going to say
inquiry.
that's why you didn't prepare him for it.
Command fitness inquiry.
So, yeah. Admiral,
What's the time frame after the joining?
a matter of weeks.
All right.
Basically, you had the joining.
Mm-hmm.
You have spent time under observation, under doctor observation. You have not been. You were.
I have not been on duty in any capacity.
Yeah, you haven't been on active duty. You were relieved of your previous command solely because it was time for your commander to be promoted, and it felt like a natural time for a promotion. Give them the ship, give you a chance to rest, recover, see what would happen. It's standard procedure with any kind of life-altering situation for time to happen, for Starfleet to then want, and then if they deemed you ready, the Luna class was coming, and they would need captains that knew what was going on, and you would be a natural fit for the Luna class. So they were targeting that if you were ready.
Mm-hmm.
You were also a plan for the Luna class before the joining. Kind of set in motion. This joining of the Trill symbiont was not expected.
Indeed.
It just happened. But your Starfleet, you do what's necessary, and what happens from there, you figure it out. Also, I'm going to have you work with your own momentum for this. I'm not going to have you use the group's momentum.
That's fair. Separate instance.
Also separate, somewhat separate timing. So
this is kind of like maybe a bit of a flashback.
Slightly. It might even be happening simultaneous, because this does explain why you're not on board the Hadfield and why Shelby is at the moment.
Well, I would believe that this maybe happened during our last mission, and that's why they were waiting for the captain to arrive. They didn't realize there's more red tape to go through, and then by this time I'm en route.
Yeah. Could very
I think that would blend better. All of a sudden, done the inquiry, and then boom, here you are.
Yeah.
It's a flashback within a memory.
You're assuming we passed you. I'm just saying.
Inception.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, of course. Yeah, you've been assigned janitorial duties aboard the Hadfield, but you're third in line, so you're working for the second in command of the janitorial committee aboard the ship.
Just always be on the bridge when you're cleaning up.
Yeah, exactly.
With the rank of captain.
Oh, just call me Scruffy.
Okay.
Scruffy got an idea. Okay. I've got some quick notes so we can go from there.
Okay.
All right. Are they all male or female? What's the general? I'll just go with ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, gentlemen, and other.
Please assume the Tellarites gender. Please.
Yeah, actually, I'm not going to tell you. I will
It's
tell you.
Ladies, gentlemen, and you there.
I will tell you that Admiral
And-
Presnell is male human. I don't know. I did not give the Vulcan and the Tellarite direction there, so
Yeah, ladies, gentlemen, and you.
hey, you there.
Maybe with a thumbs up.
Beings of the board. I, De Cararon, stand before you, Captain in Starfleet, Captain of the USS Ranjan, formerly under Captain Aidan Loch. Peliar 4, when the Phnom Penh plague had been wreaking havoc throughout the colony. The Trill colony had been cultivating new methods of terraforming different pockets around the world. And unfortunately, when they encountered some native life, it wreaked havoc with their systems and eventually broke out and infected all Trill on the world. Our crew beamed down. There was about a dozen of us. There was just chaos around. The people could not handle such a proliferant disease, something that Trill are normally quite sensitive to begin with, given the delicate nature between host and symbiont. Now, the majority of the Trill on the planet were indeed joined. And this was not fortunate for them, because this plague, it had some unfortunate side effects of affecting synaptic links, which, of course, would break the connection, albeit intermittently, between the symbiont and the host. And as this was something that was far beyond our measures of dealing with, it was something we'd never seen before. It was just a matter of damage control. We had to go through the motions of just watching everyone die and trying to make them as comfortable as possible, because there was very little we could do. As a last-ditch effort, myself, Lieutenant Karn, and Ensign Reblar took it upon ourselves to try to rescue the last three symbiont hosts, the last three symbionts alive. We went through some rather quick and dirty procedures to remove the symbionts and place them within ourselves. We had some help. Unfortunately, there weren't many, as a number of the crew were elsewhere at the time. I actually had to perform the procedure on myself. And while it was challenging, I did rise to the occasion because it was do or die. And I wasn't about to let them die without trying. Roan was the symbiont that I had come to. Pardon me. It's a rather emotional time going through the experiences of both is and is not your own. I'm still getting used to the duality of mind. I am told that with many Trill that join, they tend to fuse more into one personality, bonded between the two, becoming a new, unique life form. And I'm finding that the case with Roan and myself, we tend to stand beside each other, not as one, but as two. And over the last number of weeks, we found a bit of harmony. There's so much information, so much memory. I don't find it overwhelming so much as stimulating to just go through different experiences. And when I allow myself time, it can be quite distracting. But fortunately, through Roan's experiences, he's able to give me control in such that I can set them aside, and it trickles it through to me as I need them. It's a support unlike I've ever felt before. Coming from a world like Denobula, with large families, with huge communities that are deeply interconnected, it's a refreshing take, because you can't get any more connected than to be a host to a symbiont, especially one as wonderful as Roan. Once we were finally rescued, brought up from the planet, all Trill, all the hosts were dead. Only the three of us remained. And unfortunately, our Klingon officer and symbiont did not survive. Reblar was able to bring the symbiont to Trill before they had to separate. Still in intensive care. I don't know if he'll pull through. But it was interesting. Within moments of joining with Roan, it was like a whole new world opened up to me. I was able to see not only Roan's past, but my own, to find new goals, to push forward. And after everything I've been through, gaining command of the Ranjan, losing my mentor, Captain Loch, I can't help but think that this journey, this quest for discovery that we're going on, needs people committed to fight and learn and grow. And I can't think of a better place for me to do my part than on the bridge of a starship. If you'll have me.
And then one of the admirals just goes, yay!
The Vulcan admiral tilts his head and raises his eyebrow with something of an impressed look.
So the Teller Admiral just sits there for a second, hand on his mouth, thinking, and looks at Dakar. You say that one of the three of you separated on Trill successfully.
Pardon? Yes.
One of you separated on Trill successfully.
Yes.
Why didn't you? Why did you stay bonded to
Roan?
one of those symbionts? Yes.
Well, the doctors present on the ship transporting us back to the Trill homeworld could not separate us without killing us both. For some reason, my unique Denobulan physiology and that of the Trill symbiont bonded in such a way that they could not find a safe way to separate us. That, and Roan and I, if given the option, and we wish to exercise that option as sentient beings, we do not wish to be separated, even if a way is found. It's a bit of an undiscovered country of our own. We want to see it through.
Captain, I'm no doctor, and I won't pretend to be a doctor. My concern is one of the unknown. I grant you that this is a scientific, miracle, for lack of a better term.
Indeed.
My concern is in your well-being, and if you are capable to lead a starship, because the last thing any of us want is for the captain of a starship to not be at their best and to cause problems for their crew. I think all of us, as Admiral Presnell looks around at his fellow admirals, can agree that the safety and the security of a crew has to be paramount. The loss of life.
Oh, go ahead.
The loss of life is unfortunate, and it is good to see that you are alive.
Thank you, sir.
But what we have to get to the bottom of is whether or not frankly, whether or not you are fit to be on a starship and be in charge of a starship at this point.
Indeed, you admitted yourself that you are having problems integrating with the Roan entity.
I did not express it as difficulty or problem. It was merely a different synthesis between the two of us. It is unique, but being different than the norm is not necessarily a problem. I see it as an opportunity.
It can be a problem if it interferes with your thinking, with your decision-making, especially in the heat of battle or the heat of any moment.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know that you're not affected in such a way?
I would be lying if I said I was not affected in some way, but I think of it more like having an intimate connection with my own internal number one, my own XO. Someone who can question my own thoughts to a point of, are you sure this is the right course of action? Here are some experiential points to consider. And the fortunate thing is it happens at a much greater speed than any human vocal conversation could ever achieve.
That hurts right here, just so you know. Right in my heart.
Keep that incident out of here.
Yeah, it's just a random person. Empathy, man, I feel it. All right, I'm leaving. Back to my quiet.
So, Captain, are you capable of making a split decision, or are you weighing every decision that you make with the Roan symbiote?
I would have to say yes to both. A captain on the bridge of a starship must always weigh decisions. What time is available to make such decisions is something that happens in the heat of the moment, something that must be determined by necessity. If something comes up that needs an immediate reaction, that reaction will come from me, Descartes Roan. I am one being with two minds, but do not forget, and do not believe otherwise, that I am one being.
Captain Roan, says the Vulcan Admiral, at this juncture, I believe that a practical question, or a practical demonstration, may be in order. submit to you the following question. You are traveling with a balanced warp field towards Earth space dock, closely following a subspace eddy, and with Dover singularity at bearing 000.0, range 2 astronomical units. The eddy veers to 090.0, generating the requisite warp field fluctuation. What do you do, sir?
That is something that I would generally leave up to my pilot. I have a skilled crew. They belong in their positions. I trust that their reaction times and their experiences are sufficient.
In this circumstance, assume that the bridge crew is looking to you for guidance.
In a situation such as this, if the pilot is incapable of making those split decisions, they're the ones that should be in an inquiry, not myself.
Fascinating.
If I was at the helm, that would be a different story. But that is not the point of why I am here, is it?
The Admiral Presnell whispers to the Vulcan, says, he does make a good point.
That gets an eyebrow raise and a head tilt.
Captain, I have a proposition for you, and this is unprecedented, but I think the Vulcan brought up a good point in my mind. A practical demonstration is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I propose that you retake the Kobayashi Maru.
That are my thoughts exactly, Admiral.
Interesting.
I too would. Go ahead.
I too would be interested to see the results of such an endeavor.
And trust me, I won't be pulling a Kirk on this one.
Are you implying that you pulled a Kirk the first time around, Admiral or Captain?
I am not. Just, this is a rather serious situation with serious implications. It is not simply being the voice on a bridge. There are many lives on the line. Every single crew member on my ship, and every single being that I encounter while in command. So I take this very seriously. No cavalier attitude.
Well said. Admiral Thant, your thoughts?
Well, I do not completely disregard Denobulan as a captain, as Denobulan having the skills to be a captain. I am troubled by this joining. The Trill have always been less than completely trustworthy in my mind, but the Kobayashi Maru would be a somewhat satisfactory look into the captain's current functioning state. I'm not opposed to this completely.
Well, then I believe that this is the first thing the three of us have agreed upon in quite some time.
I disagree with that, but fine.
Admiral, your prejudice in these matters is quite illogical.
Throw my hands up. Captain, Kobayashi Maru test tomorrow morning, 0800, holodeck 6. We'll see you there.
Aye.
You're dismissed.
I am dismissed. Dakar turns
All right.
around and exits.
You handled that so much better than Hornblower did.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry,
So-
is anybody here a Hornblower fan at all?
Horatio?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's been
Yeah.
ages, but yes.
Not recognize that question? You're close hauled on to port, tack, beating up the channel with a northeasterly wind blowing strong, with Dover bearing north 2 miles. The wind veers 4 points, taking you flat aback. What do you do, sir?
I cry.
By
all right.
now, you have been dismasted.
So we jump back. I will not deduct momentum because this is the same scene change. So you're still at 5 momentum. The away team beams on board the Nightingale. And at this point, yes.
That sounds nothing like the transporter.
No, that was probably more of a Wayne and Garth kind of thing, but whatever.
Supposed to be the alarm.
Okay, so I need to know who's going where.
Where do
What?
we beam to?
You beam into the transporter room.
What
I open up
does it
the
look like?
tricorder.
Is it explodey?
No. The transporter room's fine. It's a standard Nova class transporter room, and there's a little bit of battle damage, but nothing serious.
Is there
It's
anyone
still a
there?
fully-
Is there anyone there in a command position to greet us, or is
Sure.
it just the transporter chief? There we go.
We'll say that Commander Lewis has come down and greeted you. This point.
Commander, I am Chief Ta'ani, or I am Lieutenant Commander Ta'ani of the starship Hadfield. Where may we be of assistance?
Well, I could get into engineering and see what you can do down there. We could use some help in sick bay. There's all kinds of. We still have missing crew throughout the ship, so search and rescue operations would be useful. Basically everywhere. You can just be of help anywhere and everywhere, but that's where we need you the most.
Acknowledged.
Lieutenant Commander.
So go ahead.
Tawny, since you're in command of this away team, you should probably come with me. But the less people that hear what I have to tell you, probably the better.
Acknowledged. Chief, please proceed to engineering. I shall join you there shortly. Doctor, please
Wait,
proceed.
did Zip come with us?
What?
Did Zip come with us? I thought he stayed on the ship.
Oh, no. It's Yorin.
No.
Yorin, how's your engineering?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay. Yorin, please proceed to engineering. I shall join you there shortly. You may wish to deploy your Gem Hadar on search and rescue duty. And I tell the engineering officers to go with him. Then I turn to the medical personnel. Doctor, please proceed to sickbay. If you need additional help there, alert me, and I shall see if I am able to divert and join you. I tilt my head, give an eyebrow to the commander, and say, shall we?
Commander Lewis nods. Says, Commander.
We still have Tess. Did
Yeah.
you say Tess?
Yeah, Tess is with you.
Okay.
At this point, Tess is probably with the Gem Hadar on search and rescue.
Right, yes.
She could also go to sick bay and help out there.
No, we'll send her on search and rescue with the Gem Hadar.
Okay.
I'd like to have at least one Starfleet officer with each group.
Yeah. Probably not a bad idea. So...
Second, do your duty. And second replies, my life as it is has ended. Only through battle can I regain it.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Everybody goes, wait, battle? No.
This is an
Duty.
We're on
This is an
we're on a-
illogical and inefficient waste of time. Proceed to your duties. Commander Lewis, I am at your disposal.
So, here's what I can tell you. When we were attacked, Captain Blake was in her quarters. She enacted the Romulan protocol. But you know about
Romulan protocol?
it is essentially a means of locking the computer. When a ship is attacked by Romulans, or when when a captain has reason to need to protect information on board a ship. A spy. I don't believe it's the second. I believe it's solely because we were being attacked by Romulans. But regardless, the Romulan protocol was enacted.
And because Captain Blake perished in the ensuing firefight, nobody here has the ability to re-enable computer access.
Well, we can decrypt the computers. It's just going to take time.
Time we do not necessarily have.
That is debatable, but yeah. What it was, we didn't. My helmsman didn't realize we were off course until we were already in the neutral zone. It was on a routine course check, and it seems odd. There's warning sirens. There's more warning that we're headed for the neutral zone, rather than you're in the neutral zone, something's wrong. And we were just in for retrofit. Like, we left Starbase Bravo 2 weeks ago.
Commander, if I understand you correctly, you are implying that you have been the victim of sabotage by a Romulan spy.
I don't know that, but the facts are adding up to that. I believe the Vulcans have a saying: when you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
Fascinating.
Something like that.
Whom among the crew would have access to these systems?
Well, I mean, any number of engineers could have reprogrammed the sensor systems. My scientists have computer access. There's a number of experiments that go on with that could tinker with the cycling system. The detailed logs of their experiments are locked away in the computer. So I don't have a memory of all of those. I'm sorry, I don't have a photographic memory.
Commander Blake, may I ask, what part specifically of the warning system failed?
There was no alert to tell us that we were headed towards the neutral zone. We got an alert that we were here.
Then, in that case, the question is, did the sensors not detect your bearing, or was the alert system simply not triggered?
Well, the alert system did go off at some point, but it went off late.
Was that the same alert system or a separate alert system?
The same alert system does both. So it's as if it was cycling too slowly. But more information is probably needed to confirm that.
Okay, David, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm not sure what you mean by cycling slowly. Like, I feel like this is something my character would know, but I have no idea what you're trying to tell me.
The when you're on course,
right?
There's a navigational position has a refresh time.
Got it.
It's not a constant refresh. It's as if somebody slowed the refresh rate.
I got you. The scan cycle. Okay, that's what you meant by cycle. The scan cycle. Okay,
so it's as if somebody took it from a 30-second or a minute to a 5-minute cycle.
Thank you, Commander. I have 2 theories on how this might have been accomplished, either by manually disabling the sensors themselves or by overloading the computer, causing it to slow its scan cycle time. Both possibilities would be borne out by the 2 you have suggested, that is, to examine access to the sensors themselves and to view the computer logs of the scientist who had access to the computer core. What courses of action do you recommend?
Well, I think that we need to investigate. We need to repair. I know you sent crewmen into main engineering. If we can repair some of the... Sorry, I'm looking here. If we can investigate the navigational array, that will help us know more about that instance. We definitely need to look at the propulsion system. More information is needed. And
understood.
And to be honest, Commander, I'm not entirely convinced that Captain Blake died in an explosion. But we haven't had time. We haven't had time to investigate. We've just set up a morgue, and everyone's in there. You know, we had a crew of 80, and there's 40 of us left.
I see. To Ani taps her comm badge. Lieutenant Yoren, come in, please.
Yoren here.
Yoren, your services are required at the navigational sensor array. Take one of the engineers and proceed there immediately. I shall take over engine repairs from you. Then she taps it again. I'm going to have this conversation with myself.
Sure.
Doctor, come in.
This is the doctor. What is it? I'm very busy.
Doctor, is there a morgue near your present location in sickbay?
Yeah, I see a morgue.
I require you to examine the body of Captain Blake.
Why in the world would I do that? I got injured people here.
It may be that Captain Blake's death was not as accidental as we would have assumed.
All right, I can see what you're driving at. I'll get to it as soon as I can. You, take over this surgery here. What do you mean it's not difficult? Any idiot can cut open a body.
So Ta'ani signs off and says, Commander, I will proceed now immediately to engineering and begin work on the propulsion system. Yoren is not only an engineer, he is also a trained sensor technician. He should be able to see if there was any sort of sabotage to your navigational array.
All right. Thank you, Commander. I'll be on the bridge if you need me.
I understand. If you will excuse me.
Of course.
And Ta'ani heads to engineering.
All right. So let's jump.
That Gilbert Gottfried thing is way too fun.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
That was good.
It's great.
So
let's jump here to
Ida. In case you were wondering what that's about, our ship's doctor is Gilbert Gottfried, basically. Her response, and I quote, including her tone, was, "No, why would you do that?"
I
Okay.
think your mic sensitivity is pretty high because we actually heard her say that.
Yeah. Let's
Oh wow.
have
This is actually like earbuds. Actually
the
impressed.
Doctor EMH Gilbert.
Yes.
I'm right here. What do you need?
I need you to do an autopsy.
An autopsy? I'd better get my autopsy knife.
Oh.
So it's going to take you about 10 minutes because you're very skillful at your job.
You almost made me spit water everywhere, man.
Who just was that? They're redlining for me.
I think that was John saying that.
Oh, was I?
Yeah, you had some
Yeah,
stuff.
your mic might be a little sensitive. I think I'm picking up your breathing as well.
Are you talking to me?
I'll play with it.
No, John.
Okay, because I can't adjust.
I hope he's breathing. But...
Oh,
all right. So,
Nick, you are going to jump in, and anything that Tess does, you're going to be Tess while we're here.
All right.
She's a fiery redhead security chief
who loves puns.
Yes. So picture
And mad phaser skills.
Picture Tasha with red hair
And puns.
And
Don't forget
dead.
the puns.
and not dead. That's the most important part. And not dead.
Understood. Not dead.
Yeah, the not dead part. Christian, you can probably be thing 1 and thing 10 if you need.
Thing 01 and thing XO.
There's only 10 types of people in the world.
Yep.
Those who like binars and those who don't.
I thought it was understand.
I said binars, not binary.
Oh, binary. Yes. Okay, so Gilbert, here's what you find after you perform your autopsy. Cause of death is she has a nasty wound on her head. I mean, you get that just by looking at her. Actual cause of death was asphyxiation, and she has strangulation marks on her neck. Many of her wounds might also have been caused by physical combat. And it's clear to you that her death was not an accident.
Yeah, but that's
I
how
hit
she
my
wanted
comm.
to go. She told me.
I hit my comm.
Lieutenant Commander Ta'ani.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Unless this captain was into some stuff that Starfleet captains should really not be participating in, this was definitely a murder.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm feeling that one sticking around for a while. Yeah.
I wish
see.
I had a camera on right now.
I see. Thank you for your fine work as always, Doctor.
Can I get back to healing the people that aren't dead yet?
Yes, please return to your duties.
Excellent. I am glad I have your approval to save people's lives.
We need some applause.
They're out.
We need some applause for Tucker there. Just
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this character is overshining his actual character.
No. Tawny's tons of fun. And once if we ever get any like personal development for her, she'll be a lot of fun. But like it's also she's very relaxing. But it is fun to contrast her next to the EMH.
It's
They're
great
gonna be
to
best
see
friends.
Gilbert.
They're bunking together.
It's great to see Gilbert using his value of my jokes are funny, damn it.
Critical.
I'm sorry,
comedy.
can I?
Also-
Wait. Can I add a new value? That's a thing I can do, right? Can I add a new value? I think I displayed this value in that last conversation. So I'd like to add Gilbert's second value, the aristocrats. Oh, come on. Seriously? None of you guys don't?
Nope,
Well,
not me.
I
Oh,
did
come
write
on, it's
another one
classic.
for him. It's "Shut up, I'm saving you."
Yes.
The aristocrats, it's literally explaining a joke to tell you what it is. But the point of the aristocrats is it's a joke that starts, a family walks into a talent agency and says, we have a family act. And the talent agent says, well, what is it? And the father says, well, show it to you. Then you just describe the most ludicrously, like, vile, disgusting, like, vomit-inducing, overly sexual, like, fluids thing you possibly can. And then the punchline is, the talent agent looks horrified and says, what do you call this? And the father says, the aristocrats. Now, the joke isn't that funny anymore. But the point of the joke isn't to tell the joke. It's to see how long you can get away with telling it before people figure out it's the aristocrats. And one of the most famous tellings of the joke in American history was by Gilbert Gottfried.
Okay.
But it's a value that means basically his subject matter is just wildly inappropriate. But
yes. No, I like it. It worked.
Anyway.
All right.
I've learned something today.
Yeah, and by the way, the context of it is actually. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you later. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah. All right. At this point, Ta'ani's made it to engineering.
Okay.
And at that, you look around, and one of the lieutenants, Lieutenant Navol, a male Vulcan, hurriedly walks by you and goes, hands you a spanner and goes, "Here, help. Warp core safety systems now."
Understood.
All right. So this is an insight engineering.
Insight engineering.
Yes.
All right.
Happen to have a warp systems focus.
I have a propulsion systems focus.
That will come in handy later.
Really?
But not here.
Okay. Let me actually double check what my foci are, because I don't remember all of them off the top of my head.
Oh, I do.
Hang on.
Propulsion systems, helm
Focuses.
operations, sensor operations, Vulcan martial arts, persuasion.
I have a focus and sensor blast it. All right. Okay. So insight is 7. Because this is a propulsion system, I can use my con instead of my engineering. So my con is 5. So that's a difficulty 12. I am going to spend. How much momentum do we have? 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 2 momentum.
For what?
Well, I'm being asked to make an insight engineering roll.
Yes, but 2 momentum doesn't.
I'm going to spend them for extra dice.
2 momentum. That would cost you 3 momentum for 2 dice, or 1 momentum for 1 dice.
Right. I forgot. What's the difficulty?
So it's a difficulty 2, but then it's a 8 work, so it's an extended task.
Oh God, remind me how these go.
Yeah, so it's a 2d20 base to succeed. If you succeed, then you roll 2d6 plus your discipline.
Right.
And 1s and 2s count. Yeah, and then you're trying to do work.
Okay. So this is basically going to take me. Okay. I'm going to spend. I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to spend shit. I'm going to spend 1 momentum.
Is that a currency I've not heard of?
I was trying so hard not to say, because I'm usually the one that points that out.
No, you know what? I am going to spend 1 point of momentum and give you 1 point of threat for a bonus die each.
That's still not enough.
You got it.
What do you mean?
Your first die cost 1, your second die cost 2.
Can't I just give you threat? Isn't that a separate thing?
Yes, but you would be 2 threat.
I thought they were tracked separately.
No, they're not.
No.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to look up the rules really quickly for die rolling because now I don't remember. Now I'm very confused by all of this.
Your first
All
extra
right,
die
hang
is
on.
1 point of whatever you want. The second one is 2 points of whatever you want. The third die
But
is 3 points.
that's what I'm saying. Can I not? Okay.
You're saying
So
1 point of
so I
momentum
can-
and 1 point of threat for 2 dice. No, that's wrong. That's not math. That's 1 point of one and 2 points of another.
All right. You know what? Let me find this. I don't care about attributes. I don't care about that.
Yeah, Tucker.
Okay, here we go.
1, 2.
It's scaling the more
I
dice
see.
you
I
get.
see. I see. They're both create opportunity. It's just different ways to pay
Create
for
the
it.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. That's what I needed to hear. Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to spend 1 threat and 2 momentum for 2 dice.
Okay. Your threat is appreciated.
I cannot screw this up. Like I don't want to screw up the goddamn warp core. Okay.
Lieutenant Naval does
Wait.
assist you.
Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. So if the lieutenant's assisting me in that case, then yeah, I'm only going to spend 1 momentum.
Oh, and not the threat.
And not the threat. I wanted 4
now you hurt
dice.
his feelings.
I wanted 4 dice. You are not getting momentum from me, young sir.
That's okay. You'll get it from me.
Okay, let me pull up. I'm gonna actually pull up a die roller. It's more fun. Oh, I have one on my phone. I just downloaded it. It's 3D. It's cool. Let's see if my phone can handle this and Hangouts. It'll be great. Can you guys still hear me?
All of a sudden, you're gone. No, just
Seriously, can you still hear me?
Yep.
we can still hear you.
Yes.
All right, hang on. No, I don't want to roll them. I want to. No, that's not what I want. Really cannot. Okay, hang on. Why is it not? Whatever. I'll just add D20. Oh, there we go. Okay. You are a D20. Let's see.
1, 2.
Okay, hang on. So I'm rolling 4 dice, right?
Three
No,
dice.
you're rolling 3. I'm rolling 1 for the assist.
Right. Sorry, I am still new to all of this.
You're good.
Okay. 14, 7, and 6.
So I count 2 successes.
Yes.
Great. Not managed.
And
to
then
assist.
I'm so you know what? I actually have D6s here. Do you have that conversion table handy?
Yeah. Tell me what you roll. So
I'm rolling 2
you-
D6s, right?
6.
6 D6s?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you get 2 plus
6
your
D6s.
engineering discipline? So just tell me what you roll.
For this it would be 7 then. My con is 5.
Oh, so roll 7.
Okay. We get 2, 5, 6, 6, and
2,
1, 1, 4.
6, 1, 1, 4.
4.
Okay. So 1. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds
5,
pretty good.
6, 7.
Sounds like a breakthrough to me.
A breakthrough and almost. So your work track was 8. If you want to spend another momentum, you would complete it right now.
Yeah, done.
Okay. I mean, I think that's the smartest thing to do. So.
Well, wait. Roll Lieutenant. What's his name's thing?
Didn't assist you. He doesn't do work.
I thought you said he was assisting me.
Yeah, but he rolled an 18.
Ah, okay. I didn't get that part.
Yeah, he did not manage to successfully assist you.
Okay. Well, fortunately, as the helmsman, I'm baller at propulsion repair.
Yes. So you have managed to repair the warp core safety systems. So now you can successfully work on the warp core if you want to work. If you want to do that without fear of a breach.
What's the time frame on that, David?
So that is just that you managed to do that work in 30 minutes.
3.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I can just hop on that now.
Yeah, if you want.
All right. I will get
You
Lieutenant what's his
are
name
quite
and
far
the
ahead
name
of the rest of us in time, though.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's come back to me.
Yeah. I'll just.
My phone's dying anyway. I can't look at my die roller anymore. Charger, but it can't keep up with the charger, and the charger can't keep up with Google Hangouts and the die roller. It's a 3D rendered die roller. It's very pretty.
That sounds pretty. So, Yorin, what were you up to?
Well, I was ordered to engineering, then I was ordered to the sensors, which are
the navigational sensors, the ones that got sabotaged.
In which direction is that? Okay, David?
Yeah, which direction is that?
That away.
It's that away. Oh, that's
just
on the
not
bridge.
in engineering with everyone else.
Yeah.
I crawled through a Jeffrey's chip to get there.
So your first step, you're gonna go to the bridge.
Going to the bridge.
Yeah. So at that point, because you're investigating the navigation station, see what you can see there. So you're going to give me a reason plus con roll.
Why am I not doing this? Why am I not?
Because you ordered me the other way around.
Because you went to engineering and he went to the bridge.
It's sensors. I think
what's my role here?
Were the science person thing.
Reason con.
I tap my communicator. Commander Tahani.
Tahani here.
This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but I am willing to attempt it anyway. Are you sure you don't want me to do something else?
I am currently in the middle of attempting We Do Not All Die in a warp core breach. I will be free to assist you in approximately 25 minutes. If you could busy yourself until then, I will be available to help you with that time if you wish to come repair the warp core.
All right. You're up. So I will proceed to get started.
Okay. And that's correct, David, right? Like I'm busy for the next 30 minutes.
Yep.
Yes.
According to my chart, it is.
Actually, probably at this point, 20, because Jorn went to engineering and then
once
he got to engineering, you sent him to the bridge.
Well, I was on my way to engineering. He sent me to the bridge as soon as he got the briefing, not after he got the autopsy report.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I figured 10 minutes for me. All right, so I'll get started on this. These sensors here. Actually, what is it? Reason and con.
Reason con.
I'm going to assume that my engineer NPC has a better score in this than I do, and I'm going to work on assisting him. One of them was told to come with me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
And one of them was left in engineering.
So my understanding was, oh shoot, I think I miscounted. How many we brought 2 engineers, right?
Yes.
How many medical people did we bring?
Just the EMH.
That's where I miscounted. I thought we brought an extra medical person. Yes. One of the engineering ensigns is with Yorin, the other one is in engineering.
Where's Tess in all this?
Tess is on search and rescue duty with the Jem'Hadar.
Understood.
We'll get there.
No worries.
All right. So thing 1. This is a difficulty 1.
So his best combination would be 10 and 4 if we are making him on the spot.
Yep, which we are.
All right, so that's going to be a 14 for him, and I will be attempting to assist, I guess. And it's a difficulty 1, you said?
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I'm rolling for thing 1, yeah?
I got his
Sure.
roll,
Okay.
but yeah,
No, go.
because I already
Okay.
made it.
No, you're fine.
But he's got 1 success. Will,
I
Oh,
told
so
my
we're
roll.
just going for momentum at
Click.
this point then.
I have a success, but I do not have anything worse than that. So
so
one
so
moment,
you bonus,
so I don't get a bonus.
but you got a success
we-
on top of that.
He gets his.
So
We have just his success. You said difficulty 1, right?
yeah, so he says, Lieutenant, there's nothing wrong with this console. Absolutely nothing. So at that point, there's probably 2 things. I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I would suggest that there's 2 reasons that this ship is in the neutral zone. It's either the officer that was on duty, either on accident or on purpose, or that there's something wrong with the navigational sensor array itself.
What were we looking at just now?
Navigational
Console.
you were looking at the navigation station on the bridge.
I gotcha.
I did tell him to go to the sensor array, but okay.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's head to the. That didn't take like any time at all, right?
No, that's like a 5-minute task.
All right.
I'm giving you round time because it's a lot easier for me.
Yeah, we're heading over to the sensor array then, to at least get it checked out. And I am communicating to Ani when it's convenient that there's nothing wrong with the console. We're heading to the actual sensor array, so she knows the right way to go when she comes to relieve us.
She gives you a terse acknowledged, backed with, "Berber, warning, warp core breach securities disabled. Berber."
Oh, that's a good thing to hear. All right, so who we had over there? We have enough time to get started?
I
have us at 2 ticks and Tani at 4.
So the navigational array itself is outside the ship.
Oh.
It's a little bit above the main deflector dish, so you're going to have to go in EV suits.
I'm not going outside the ship.
So whoever goes needs to go in EV suits.
Gotcha. When Jorn finds that out, he's like, that is not the.
They would have to go outside in EV suits unless they didn't need to breathe.
That is a little more manual labor than Jorn is interested in doing. So he's going to just head straight to engineering.
Are you trying to send Gilbert?
Do we have a secondary specialization for the EMH?
Yes.
What is it?
What?
Hold on. I wrote this.
Emergency command hologram?
Emergency engineering hologram?
He does have a 4 in science and a 3 in engineering.
That actually, if Jorn refuses to do it, that actually makes him the logical candidate.
You would find he's quite adequate.
Listen, it doesn't matter to me if I'm doing surgery on a person or a navigational array. You all look alike to me. You're just parts oozing with fluids.
I mean, we could just send the red shirt engineers.
Yeah, we could just send the red shirt engineers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just do that.
And keep in mind, they're binars, so they would most likely never separate voluntarily.
I don't think we're actually. I don't think they're actually binars. I think we're going to save that for a time where we don't have to have them split up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but John,
don't break my engineers. Oh, I'm already working on them.
Make binars that we can use.
I am already working on that. while you guys are doing
Okay.
stuff.
Cool.
I'm just not
Okay,
sure what
cool.
kind of NPC would they minor, notable, or major. I'm not sure yet, but
At least notable.
notable. All right,
Not
That's
major.
not
Major
that's not
are
how
mine.
support characters get created.
major would be like
Yeah.
the MH, right?
Yeah, sorry. Support characters are made completely different. I'll talk to you separate.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Page 134 for anyone interested, but
There
for
you
now.
go.
Cool.
I'll give it a look.
I
Okay.
will also create some support characters for us, just fun ones.
Yeah, it
Fun
never
to do.
hurts to do that. Okay.
I should do that for the different.
So I'm assuming by the time they
symbiotes.
get there and get their EVA suits on, it's the next person's time unit.
It's going to be a little bit for them to go and then get where they need to get. Also, at that point, give me one moment. I need to make a roll. That's barely that. Sorry, I'm doing some work.
Work?
Well,
Wait, like
I meant
the work we're supposed to be doing?
Are we getting paid for this?
no. No, I'm starting to do some work.
It's all good, homie.
Whoops. Okay. Well, so Lieutenant Savric, a female Andorian, put on her EV suit to go out and work on the exterior hull plating.
Is that one of ours or one of theirs?
It's one of theirs.
Okay.
It's going to take her a little bit longer to get working on that. She'll get there, but it's going to take her a bit.
So she counts as one of our supporting NPCs?
No. This is all just.
Kind of,
this is
just what they're doing.
This is Nightingale crew doing their thing.
Gotcha.
Trying to fix the ship.
Gotcha.
All right.
Next up would be Tess and Rax.
Tess and. Oh, Rax. Or Rex.
Yep, he's the second. Rax.
Okay.
Wait, did I have it on there?
I need you guys each
The Cat Rax.
to give me a insight. No, a daring.
Fitness.
Daring.
Security.
Ooh. Yeah. Give me a daring security roll.
All right, and then
You're not assisting. You're each making the roll.
Doing it separately. Who's doing Tess?
Nick's got Tess.
Hi.
All right. Let's see. Do we have a difficulty or no?
Difficulty is 1.
All right. Rax is just going to go for it. 1 crit. Got a 1 and a 15. That's 2 successes.
There you go.
Total. Plus 1. We got Tess.
Tess, you got anything for me?
Nick, you still here?
I'm here.
Do you have a daring security roll for me? 2d20.
Having trouble switching over. That's the iPad was giving me grief. All right, here we go. Daring security.
Yes.
We have 15.
Mm-hmm.
So how many?
2.
Difficulty 1, 2d20s.
Yeah.
Unless you have focuses don't change.
9 and a 19.
Well, that's
success.
That's 1. That's what you need.
All
Okay.
I needed.
So you find a Vulcan, a wounded Vulcan, underneath some rubble, support beam, and Tess is the one that finds him, and she calls over to Rax and she says, "Hey, give me a hand here."
And Rax is good at lifting heavy things.
Yes, very good. So you're able to kind of lift the beam, pull them out, move the beam over so you can get them out. Tess, I'm going to need an insight medicine roll here.
So that gives us a 13.
Yes. Difficulty 1 again.
Right.
Actually, difficulty 2. Sorry.
Oh.
So you might want to buy a die or more.
Yeah, let's do that.
I am going to spend 1 threat to increase the complication range.
Ooh.
Let's give it a whirl. 3, 11, 14.
2 successes?
That sounds like 2 successes. All right.
What was the challenge?
It was medicine. So
Plus 1 difficulty?
It was 2 difficulty, but it's because of the conditions that you're able to that it was a tricky.
Gotcha. Because there's fire and smoke and death around us.
There's smoke, there's debris, there's rubble, there's all this kind of bad situation. You pull out a tricorder, and you see that your Vulcan is living, breathing, stable, but you notice some anomalous life signs. You notice that he's not quite Vulcan.
Oh no, the big reveal.
And that's where we have to end tonight.
Oh.
That's
sorry,
fair.
guys. But it is
a
10.
Romulan.
It's
That's
10.
no, that's fine. It's 10. I got to get up tomorrow, and my
That's-
girlfriend's going to kill me if I spend any more time not spending time with her.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, and it's also
Good on
1.
ya.
It's 1 on the East Coast for Will. So there you go.
I blame Captain Shelby, clearly.
Yeah. So that's that.
Whoever's dying better go get taken care of.
Call
I think
the
that's
MH.
your Vulcan that's in the corridor right now.
our quote unquote
All right,
Vulcan.
Want to do your sign off, David? I want to chat with you guys about a couple things.
Yeah. So tune in 2 weeks. That'll be October 20th to find out what happens with the crew of the Hadfield. What's happening on the Nightingale? Why is there a quote unquote Vulcan? And we'll see you there. All right. Take care, guys.
Dun,
And
dun,
good night.
dun.